Welcome to the Tech Corner, everyone. I'm Andres for the newsreel, and once again, I'm going to be talking about the BlackBerry Priv. It's that one phone that just won't stay out of the news, and this time for good reason too. There's been some great deals on this device. So the question is it really worth buying in a time when there's some great mid-range options like the Honor 8 for $399 or other devices like the Axon 7 LTE that also retails for $399, or even the one just announced, the OnePlus 3T, $439, running some of the latest specs that are available on flagship devices on 2016. So now, real quick, the BlackBerry Priv was a flagship device that debuted in 2015 with less than flagship specs. This is running 3 gigabytes of RAM, an 808 Snapdragon processor, and the rest of the specs that you can pause right here so you can read it. For those of you that really want to know. But one of the bigger selling points was also the size of the battery on this device. So now the question is, 1 year later, does it make sense to buy a BlackBerry Priv, which you can buy from $300 to $425 depending on which retailer you use or which eBay seller you go with? Well, to decide that, I have 3 points that I want to hit. First, battery life. So the battery on this one, 3450 milliamp hours, is vastly improved through software updates. And I'm really happy to see that because Lollipop just drained the hell out of this battery. But with Marshmallow, I've been getting such stellar battery life that it rivals my Galaxy S7 Edge, my Samsung device that I've been using as flagship. Number 2, software. This has been talked about ad nauseum, and I'm not going to be going over all the details about the software. This is BlackBerry's tweaks to Android's stock version. Some really good touches. Swipe up, you could change any of these shortcuts. This is the BlackBerry launcher, and this is the productivity tab here on the side. That hasn't really changed over time. You still can't swap the order in which these things appear, unfortunately, but still, this is still a great experience for those of you that want to be productive with your BlackBerry Priv. So another cool thing is that through the software updates, the camera is also vastly improved. Now, I'm not going to be able to show you some really great quality tricks here, but I am able to show you all the manual controls that are included with this, because you go manual mode with the device. Right there's pictures. I love how you're able to get all these different switches to it. So yeah, you could change everything. You also get white balance. You also get the shutter speed control and iOS sensitivity, exposure compensation, and you can control all of it here manually. So the camera itself is still pretty fantastic after all this time. Yeah, I get it. So it's a great camera. So when the Priv debuted, there were complaints about some buggy software experiences, and that's come to be expected from the first time offering from BlackBerry, but they vastly improved over time, and that's great when you have a manufacturer that's really on the nose when it comes to providing software updates. That moves on to the third point. How has this phone held up overall, considering there's a lot of moving parts compared to other Android devices? We have a slider mechanism that has actually really held very well over time. Very solid. It hasn't produced any issues for me. No creaking, no squeaking, no loose parts. It still slides up and closes masterfully, and I think that's a tribute to just how well engineered this device was and for why the phone itself actually cost that much. It's a very tall phone once you expand the keyboard, but for the most part it's not exactly all that top heavy, as you can really balance it out, see, and that's what makes typing on it very comfortably. So yeah, it's been a great device to have with me over time. Now, because I use Samsung Pay, I have gravitated more to the Samsung offerings, but you can use Android Pay with this. You have wireless charging here, and you got a great camera for the back, but software can only do things for software. Nothing you can do about the crappy front-facing 2-megapixel fixed focus shooter. So do I recommend it? I do recommend the Priv 1 year later. Thanks a lot for watching. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. And check out my other videos if you haven't done so already. So this is Andres for the Newsreel signing out, and I'll see you in the next video.